Welcome to this new challenge of January called Build Your Website in 5 Days with AI. My name is Juan Carlos from Inspiral. This one, Inspiral, is actually Inspiral Wasi, and it's a community that I created where I would love to share every single month and challenge that will have inspired me to bring something to the community that I'm confident that it can bring a huge change in the way how you approach your business or the way you approach your personal growth. The way how we do it is especially is that we are sharing it in Inspiral Wasi. Let me show you quickly what is Inspiral Wasi. Inspiral Wasi is this platform that I use in Stan Store. Stan Store is, by the way, one of an amazing system that actually was created for social media, and it also has this peculiarity where you can actually create your own community as well. Why I love it? Because it's quite simple. Here you have a button actually tells me when it's going to start the next challenge. It tells me a about page about this community. I also can implement different webinars or links that I have. If you would like to know the community guidelines, you can actually go here and find all the information about the guidelines for the community of Inspiral Wasi. And if you would like even to make an appointment with me, you can actually do it directly here as well. Now, Inspiral Wasi indeed has started already since November 2025. We started with an abundance challenge of Deepak Chopra. I loved it. I love to share it as well. I will highly recommend it. Even started every single other challenge. I will highly recommend it also to do this one. And another one that actually I did was, for me, it was just to open up our Inspiral Business Canvas, which is in traditionally for the Inspiral coaching programs that I used to do since 2023. This was the first step that I was bringing into founders and executives, where I will bring them into creating a highly professional business strategic canvas for their business. These are also available for you. If you go to resources, you can actually find them, both of them, as well as two other challenges that I created, that I added here. One was the challenge from Dan Martel, and the other one was from Growth Tribe, the agencies that train Inspire Growth into growth hacking and business analytics as well. Going back to the challenge of today. Basically, these videos, this is the first video of an introduction, and this video for me it's about showing you what you can do in Inspiral Wasi. You can actually go to the different posts. I will highly recommend, if you're entering in for the first time, introduce yourself. Introduce yourself actually how's your business, what is what you would like to gain from the community. And if you are interested in sharing a challenge in the future, please just contact me and let me know. I will highly motivate everyone to share anything that has to do with business growth, with personal growth for all of us. And more than ever, actually, you can just write something, create a post, find the category that's suitable. For example, for the challenge that we have actually for January, you can find here that actually there is a new category called Jan 26 Digi Identity. Why I call it like that is because indeed we're going to talk about that. But for example, you can select here actually the different ones. For example, you can click November and then you see all the challenges of November, of December, and you can do the same here. If you want actually also to know more about why I call it Digi Identity, this one that actually we're doing now in January, is because I highly see that the websites used to be or sort of like or business business card, let's say, or digital business card. And nowadays it's indeed it should be an environment where people will be able to interact directly with us, and not only interact from one way to the other, that we just give them information and they need to get it, but a way where they can actually interact with us constantly, give us feedback, learn from each other, even have these kind of conversations like the one that actually now we're doing it not live yet. More than ever, it should also start giving possibilities like that. And In the old days, let's say the old days, in the last decade, there were a lot of skills required for you to create environments like this. Whether you were a coder or not, whether you are a marketer or not, a copywriter, a designer, all of these skills were necessary to put these kind of amazing websites together. I used to run an agency of more than 12 people, of between designers, copywriters, code developers, and even a few data engineers, because actually we were looking to get into machine learning. Yet just when we were becoming actually even profitable in the sense of doing projects with machine learning, I even graduated in business analytics because I was looking that step as being a business translator between CEOs and data engineers. That's when ChatGPT came live, and then suddenly everything changed. My perspective of how the agencies change, the way we saw how other agencies would develop change, and that was confirmed already last year when I could see, for example, one of the tools that I use as well, how one tool could replace what almost 7 people of my previous team were able to do, just with a few steps, well organized into an account. So what we are going to do on this challenge is similar, is to show you what I've been learning in the past, let's say in the past 8 months, in the terms of how web development also has been changing. Actually about 10 years ago, I was very pro doing custom websites. I consider that actually to defer yourself a lot, you had to do a custom website. And I also thought that whenever you were building a website, and if you were building it with WordPress, there will always be a step where you will hit a wall and you will have to leave WordPress and jump into a custom website. So if you were a large company, I would always recommend people to start right away from a custom website. Yet custom design websites actually meant having your own developers or a team of developers maintaining your website. Now, back forward a few years later, we started working with companies in the US, in South America, and it was clearly that most of the companies didn't need that much of difficulty or much complexity into their websites. So basically we started recommending the more traditional ones, like for example WordPress, Shopify, or even something more, let's say, simple in terms of templates. Now, about 80% of the websites in internet over in the last decade were using WordPress or Shopify, let's say, and that's where we also got to become really good, especially in terms of SEO and CRO, optimizing their websites for convertibility. Nowadays, all that can be done in a third of the, if not even shorter than the time. And when we are entering into a time where basically we're also using other required skills, like for example web accessibility, so your website can be used by people with disabilities, for example, then it's becoming even more important to understand the new skills that actually you can implement to create environments like your website in a much faster pace. And that's what I'm going to show you in the next 5 days. I'm actually going to create one website live with you in this challenge. I used to have a website clustered inside of another of my environments. It used to be Inspiral Mindset, which were events. So I'm going to create a website for a platform for events that is going to have their own environment, and I'm going to take you step by step on this journey. So each video is going to be of 10 minutes, and we're reaching right now the 10 minutes. So with that, this is what we're going to share with you each week. I'm looking forward to see you tomorrow on the step day number 1. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Just contact me, share with me your info, share with me your examples, and we'll see how I integrate them into this challenge. Have fun this week. Let me know how it's going. Love to hear your feedback, and see you in day 1.